Testing, testing. We're good. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream here. I am Ethan's NBA Talk, host of this Ethan's NBA Talk channel. Although I am thinking of switching to Ethan's Sports Talk because we are going to not be talking about the NBA today. We will be talking about something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while with you guys. I'm going to be talking about my Philadelphia Phillies and how they're doing in baseball right now because they did win yesterday in the Field of Dreams game against the Minnesota Twins. 7-1 was the final score. That was a great game from them. But I want to talk about what happened before that. And what happened before that was we were absolutely awful. Awful since the All-Star break. 10-15 since the All-Star break before last night, where we finally got back on track. And I'm hoping that because we get the day off today, I'm hoping we come back tomorrow and play the same way, play with energy, and hopefully we can get the win. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification so you won't miss out on any of these exciting live streams like this live stream. If you enjoy, we will get started in just a little bit here. We will wait a few minutes for people to get in because we don't have anyone in right now. But yeah, so I definitely want to talk about the Phillies with you guys, and we'll get into their pitching, how that's been, because that has been atrocious. The batting has just been awful as well. Too many games where we get either shut out or only put up like a run or two. That cannot be happening. We definitely expect the best from guys like Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. We definitely expect the best from them. And, to see them do bad is when you know you're in trouble. So, yeah, let us get into stuff else. Like I said, we have 0 people in right now, but hopefully people will come in soon. They'll come in eventually. Just get some water. Stay hydrated always. My water right there. Okay, so we will get into stuff in a little bit, but let me know if you guys enjoy at the end of this. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, the Phillies they've just been awful. It is very shocking. They have been awful, and I'm done with people. We have somebody in now. Welcome. I am done with people putting it on the managers constantly. They put it on Rob Thompson earlier this season, which I understand maybe it was they were right to fire him in the sense that it's been a long time and we need change. But now people want to turn on Don Mattingly, like, and we'll get into that more later. But right now, we'll get started soon, because we're taking a little bit to have people in right now. But and also, like, this is my first time like actually doing a breakdown and analysis like this, talking about something other than the NBA, and I will definitely need to change my channel to Ethan Sports Talk, because I know you guys want to see me talk about other sports, not just basketball on this channel. you guys would want to see a lot of other stuff. So we'll definitely be doing that. Um, so yeah, like I'll talk about baseball, I'll talk about hockey, I'll talk about football, soccer, all that stuff. But yeah, let's get into our live stream. I'm sure people will start hopping in shortly, but we will just get into it right now. So yeah, the Phillies before yesterday, 10-15. 10-15 since All-Star break. That is absolutely awful. It's awful. Um, Kyle Schwarber, who's supposed to be one of the best players in baseball, the performing like that. Um, Trey Turner, don't even get me started on him. Trey Turner, wow, way too many errors, especially after nearly winning, and when he's up to bat, like his batting average has just dropped significantly since last season. Um, but he is second in the league in errors with 18 of them this season. It's getting to a point where you just get frustrated when that stuff happens. Um, but we will start off by talking about what has been happening with the Phillies as of late. Uh, so we kick it off after All-Star break. The Phillies. We start by losing to our rivals, who have been one of the worst teams in baseball this season, the New York Mets. For some reason, we always struggle against the Mets, no matter how bad or good they are. We just always struggle against the Mets, and it's just frustrating. But when you perform that way coming out of All-Star break, that is not a good sign. I get that you had a lot of players and that were at the All-Star game and stuff. Like you had Schwarber there, had Bryce Harper, you had Christopher Sanchez, you had Johan Duran, but the fact that you drop some important games to come out of All-Star break and play that way, that's bad. But then the next two series, you want to give them a break. They got a nice win over the Dodgers. That is very nice. And then they dropped two in a row against the Dodgers, which sucks. But, the Dodgers are a very good team. That's nothing to sneeze at, losing a series to them and getting at least one game out of it. But then then with the Yankees, you lose to the Yankees, and you think to yourself, because it's another home game, it's another home series that they had. They lost the first two, they won the last one, but you really think about the Phillies. Are they a team that can take down title contenders? Because they haven't proved anything when playing against these teams recently. They haven't. If you really wanted to establish dominance, establish yourself as one of the top teams in the league, then you would take that into consideration, that we're at home, we have our fans behind us, and we were going to play our best against these teams. But they didn't, and they ended up dropping another two series. So then you get to the point where the Phillies are in huge trouble, 0 for 3 in series coming out of All-Star break. We get swept by the Marlins, the Miami Marlins, who they lost 12 games in a row. 12 games they lost in a row, the Marlins. We got swept by them. Game 1, we blow a 7-5 lead in the final inning, which, it's unfortunate, but Johan Duran has been carrying the Phillies. He has been the best closer in baseball this season. There's no question about it. Um, and then you you wonder at this point that because this gets really bad now. Um, you wonder, like, are the Phillies gonna even make the playoffs this season? Is it gonna be Red October coming up? Game two, they can't put a single run on the board, which has happened unfortunately way too often this season. Um, Game three, they blow a 6-0 lead, a 6-0 lead to the Marlins, and they lose 8-6. So they get swept by another rival, who again we struggle against the Marlins too all the time. Um, but you get swept by a team that loses 12 straight games. There's no excuses to that. There's no excuses. It's a simple lack of effort, and just you can't play like that against anybody. Like, I don't care who you're going against. The Marlins are a pretty decent team, but they lost 12 games in a row going into that series. And the fact that the Phillies were, if they dropped one of those games, that would be fine. But the fact that they got swept by the Marlins is embarrassing to me. But then they come back. They win a series against the Orioles. Then they go on and win a 4-game series against another rival, the Nationals. So that there's a light there's happiness that the Phillies are back on track after that. They win a series 2-1 against the Orioles and 3-1 against Nationals. That's good. So then they're back on track. Then the we lose to another team that's under 500, the Toronto Blue Jays. The Toronto Blue Jays, who were in the finals last year, and they are a pretty good team, but they've been awful this season, and that's why I said they've been under 500. The Phillies, by the way, they got lucky. They got lucky in the final game. They should have lost. They should have got swept. They blew a 5-2 lead in the final game of that series, but they won in the 12th inning. And these kind of things, the game before they blew that in the extra innings, but I want to talk about this. Oh, and not only do I want to talk about that, I want to talk about how we cap it off losing to another below 500 team. We lose to the St. Louis Cardinals, and again, 6 double plays the whole series, including 4 double plays in a 2-0 loss. And again, another game where we don't put up a single run. The Phillies have been absolutely lifeless offensively. They've 4 double plays in one game is just not something that you see very often. It does happen, but you don't see that very often. And the Phillies are the team to do it because, again, have been lifeless offensively. Another below 500 team they lose to, and the away games have just been awful for the Phillies, and they've just been inconsistent as well. They're playing a below 500 team right now in the Twins, which I expect them to sweep the Twins. To be honest, I want them to sweep the Twins to give them their confidence back. Give the Phillies some confidence back. But then the pitching, you get to the pitching part of it. So Jose Alvarado, who we know has been awful this season, 6.14 ERA. And I like Jose Alvarado. Like, I think he like he used to be a great pitcher for us, great closers. Always could rely on Jose. And then he uh, performs like this season, 6.14 ERA. I don't know why we can't just get rid of Jose Alvarado, because he has been so awful. But you know, we have to ride with him. I mean, there's not really anybody better like that we can put in. They're all really bad. A lot of them. Ryan Kerkering, awful, 3.88 ERA. He had a 10.5 ERA since All-Star break. 7 runs in the 6 innings that he pitched. Chase Sugar, 4.73 ERA. Then you get to the batting side. Kyle Schwarber, 225 batting average before last night. In the month of August with 16 strikeouts. Luis Arias, who has always pitched amazingly throughout his career, around a 330 batting average for his career. He, since his arrival, 200 batting average. And then Brandon Marsh, who led the league in batting average, is been awful. A 210 batting average in 2 months, with a 170 average this month. Then Trey Turner, like we talked about earlier, second in the league in errors with 18. So, again, I would like to, taking all that into account, putting it together, stop blaming manager after manager. It's not going to get you anywhere. Stop blaming. It wasn't Rob Thompson's fault. It's not Don Mattingly's fault. Nothing. There was no point of firing Rob Thompson. Nothing changed with this team. We are the same Phillies that we were before. I don't know if this team is going to make the playoffs if they continue this way. I do think we will make the playoffs, but I'm not fully confident because this team has just been so awful. So awful. And I'm very disappointed with them because, Red October is something that you look forward to. You guys know that I'm not the biggest on baseball, like I am like with basketball and hockey, but it's something to look forward to, Red October. And I don't know if we get that this season. And like I said, if you want to blame the coaches or manager, whatever you want to say, feel free to do so. But I'm telling you, you're wrong, because there's no way, because I like to see you step in as Phillies manager and see if you can get that group of players into the World Series, because I guarantee you wouldn't, because we're not good enough. We are absolutely not good enough. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. We didn't really have anybody in the live stream, unfortunately, just like one person the whole time. But I'll still post it. We'll wrap things up though right here. It was a fun time talking about this. I just wanted to get all this off my chest. We've been a really bad baseball team, and lately it's not been looking likely to get any better. We win yesterday. Now we have to keep that going for tomorrow. Keep on winning games. We have a very tough schedule ahead of us. Have a series against the Braves this season. Have a series against the Brewers, the Rays. It's going to be a tough road, and I'm hoping we can see some Red October this season. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Peace out.